What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. This is the Crypto Savvy channel, and I'm Craig. We're going to talk about Bitcoin a little bit. We're going to look at the bigger time frames. We're going to look at the bubble pop pattern that I've been talking about for Amazon. As expected, we have come up to retest the orange trend line. We're above it now, but we will discuss what I do think is going to be happening next, and I'll show you why. I'm not going to just throw out numbers like a lot of people. I'm going to actually show you why and what I'm looking at. So also, stick around towards the end because we're going to take a look at Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP really quick. I'm going to make this a very quick video, so definitely stick around, watch the whole video. And also at the end, when we look at the altcoins, you're going to see the resistance levels that are matching up with all of this perfectly. So stick around and let's talk about the chart real quick. If you look right here, you can see I have the blue lines across here. We had higher highs in the price action and lower highs in the RSI. Same thing everybody's talking about over here about the hidden bullish divergence. Yes, we had it over here too. We had a bounce and then we came back down, and I have an arrow. Let me point to it. I think we're right about in this area. We're going a little above right now. If we start getting above this 21 EMA on the weekly, which is around 46.7. If we start getting above that and getting support, then we could be getting pretty bullish. Obviously, I am expecting at least a pullback here. I think it may turn out to be much more than that. You can see what happened in all of the .com bubble with Amazon. All this took about the same amount of time. Again, both these are weeklies, guys. The similarities, we've talked about them, the ABC correction going up right here, and the price action as of right now is still looking almost identical. Now, I'm going to look at it in the 1 hour now. As you can see, this is the same charts broken down into, I'm sorry, not the 1 hour, the daily. And it does seem to be, if we do get a big push up, that we could be right about here. And again, guys, these aren't exact. It's a pattern in the chart. A lot of people don't understand that. They think it has to be candle for candle. It's all about a pattern. Like you can see, this big spike here was not quite as big right here on Bitcoin as it was back here in the Amazon bubble, but the wave counts were all still very similar. I think it's looking like, what it's looking like to me is that you can see right here this rise up after the two big peaks right here, right in this area. We do seem to be right around in here, so we could get a wick above that blue trend, or I'm sorry, the 200 EMA right here on the daily. Could get a little wick above there into the 50,000s possibly. But guys, I do think this is a bull trap. We've talked about this many times on this channel. Everyone gets extremely bullish every little pump. I mean, look at the reality. We got a pump here, but look at how far we fell down. You know, what is this? I don't even know the percentage. Let's take a look at it. See what percentage that is. Just trying to show you guys how the market psychology can get you. So it's 35% of this whole move down that we've moved up, but obviously it's due for at least a correction back down. But I do believe what we're going to get is something more like this. If you've been around for any type of bear market in anything, this is how they end up. And I'll show you real quick kind of what happens. So just like in 2017 it happened, but we'll go off of this chart and look over here also on the Bitcoin Daily and the Amazon. Everybody was devastated. It was the end of the world right here. And then you get this pump, and then everyone starts thinking, that's it, we're going to new all-time highs, and they miss selling at these highs right here. So then it dumps down again. Everybody gets all paranoid again. Sound familiar? Kind of like what's happening now. Everybody gets all paranoid again. I wish I would have sold up here. Wish I would have sold up here. But so they get a bounce, and then they lose that fear again, get super bullish, and nobody sells up at this bounce either. And then you get another drop. Everybody gets scared. It's the end of the world again, and then you get a pump. This is how bear markets work. This is how they keep taking your money. If they would just keep selling everything, the big boys, all the way down, then they would, you know, be getting less and less and less and less, which they, even this way, they get less and less, but they get more for their Bitcoin or stocks or whatever you're looking at. Every time they can get a little rally in, they get higher prices that they can dump at. and that's how the bear market works, all the way down. And pretty much, I do believe that's exactly what's happening now. Everybody's sentiment is super bullish. Bull market's over, back on. You know, the correction's over. You could have been back here and seen the same exact thing. So just be aware of that. And looking at the Dow, so the Dow, this side is the 4 hour. Is this side the 4 hour too? I meant to have, oh no, this is the daily, sorry. So on the daily, you can look at these two peaks here, That's exaggerated divergence, a little bit of hidden bearish divergence because this peak's a little higher on the RSI, but there's definitely divergence there. And if you look at it in the 4 hour, we bring this up, same thing. We're getting lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. So I do think there will most likely be some more downside this week. Let me see something real quick. Okay, I was seeing if this was lower than, if you counted this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, might get one more little push up, but I do see this continuing to the downside by the end of the week, I would say. And looking at the weekly, so we have been talking about our weekly open and closes. I know a lot of people are looking at this as a channel, so we do have it drawn in there. The center of this channel is going to be around the 52 to 53,000 range. Will we get that high? It's possible, but we have a lot of resistance here. The 13 EMA at 45.5, 47.4. We have the 21 EMA, and then would have to gain support on there and come up and test these levels. But if we close this weekly, which I do think is most likely, below this 21 EMA, which is the 55 EMA, which is the yellow right here, that is around 43.5. That's where we have this red zone. Now these are only valid, these zones right here are open and close of weekly. I don't care what it does, like right here, because if you look at the RSI, drew a trend line off of these troughs right here, 3 touches, then we broke, came back up and retested. Now, anyone that knows about the RSI, this is the weekly, so this RSI does not close until the end of this week, which we have a whole week. The RSI does not follow the body of or it follows the body of the candle, not the wick. So the wick could go up to a new all-time high. That's not going to happen, but I'm just saying as an example. We closed right on this line last week, so we're above it right now, but most likely we're going to close below that and continue our downtrend to the downside, in my opinion. By the end of the week, if we close above this, then that's going to be bullish. If the RSI closes above that line, then we can start looking for more bullish targets. But as of right now, we'll have to wait and see where this closes. Like I said, I think we have more downside to go. I know, again, everybody's extremely bullish, so be careful when it gets like that. Like I said, if you go back here, right here, 2018, same thing. Every pump, everybody thought it was going to be a new all-time high, and then it dumped. They wish they would have sold that pump, but then it pumps again, and then they're thinking it's going to go, this is it, that was the bottom, and they miss selling again for higher prices, and it goes down. And then pretty soon they're just holding it at a major loss for a very long time instead of making money. So we look at the daily. We've been watching this rising broadening wedge. This is another reason I still think we have further down to go. The measured move breaking out of this wedge, when we were watching this, we talked about it before and when it was happening. The measured move of that is around the mid $20,000 range. If we look at this RSI down here, you can also see this falling channel. You put a measured move on that, measure the channel and where it broke out, and yes, you can do this on the RSI too. That will get us back up into the 70 point range, but it could go either way, because we could draw another trend line on here where it comes out here. Let me put this in there. Right there, same thing. That would put it down to where it broke out, and that would say the RSI has already hit it. So be careful. And that is a great way also to find tops and bottoms, because also when it hits this target, you're going to see major divergence in here. You can see this high right here, we're making lower highs, and if you look at it here, we've made a much higher high. That is bearish divergence. Also, I have the Fibonacci retracements on here. The next level of resistance lines up with the 200 EMA around 46.8. So is it possible we get a spike up there and get rejected? Now, if we get back above that, then your next point of resistance is going to be the 0.5 fib. You got the 50,951 or 50,900 or $51,000 range. And if that was to break and get support up there, I'd be looking for the golden pocket, which is around 55 to 56,000. But as of right now, I would be keeping an eye on the 46.8. I did enter some shorts yesterday. I laddered in. I did get stopped out. I was playing a channel on the 4 hour. I don't think I have that chart. I did post it yesterday. Another thing I want to talk about real quick before we go into the altcoins is I've been talking about the Lux Algo indicator, and we had put this on. I showed you guys the settings on last video. This is on the 4 hour. And if once you cross this sell line right here, and you had this buy signal, that was a buy signal about 38,000. You would have put your stop losses about 38.7. You can see the stop loss indicator right here. Second stop loss would be down to 35,000. And your first take profit, which you would have hit, this would have got you in at about 38,000. And I did not follow this, but I'm going to start watching this indicator a lot closer now because it was pretty damn accurate on this. Also, there is a link to it down below. Definitely check that out. You get a 20% discount using my link. But it hit the first target of 43.6. Now, the second take profit. Now, how I would do it here is at that first take profit, I would have took, at least my initial investment off. And then probably put stops just below these lines right here, which are your buy and sell lines. So I would put it below the green line here. And then your second take profit is going to be around that 46.4. If you remember what we just talked about, around 46.8 is where we have that 0.382 fib. And as of right now, what's our high? About 44.7. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys that this Lux indicator is very interesting. I have been playing with it a lot more. I haven't made a video in the past few days. I'm actually starting a most of you guys know a lot of you guys know my backstory. Alcoholic, drug addict, been sober about 10 years. I want to start a recovery house and kind of give back to what helped me get sober. So anyways, this is Prime XBT. If you are interested in trading, I definitely suggest this platform. They have copy trading on here. They also have contests in there where you get free money so you can trade freely, kind of get. It's an easy, cheap, free way, or not even cheap, free way to learn this platform. It's, like I said, it's by far my favorite. They don't trade against you. You don't get all the scam wicks. You can have multiple trades in all at the same time. You can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything from one exchange. Definitely give it a try. Doesn't cost you anything. Also, you can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you 50% on, or I'm sorry, that'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. I forgot they changed it. Savvy25 will get you a 25% discount on your trading fees. There is a tutorial right here that shows you where to put the promo codes. Also shows you how to adjust your margin. Another thing you can do to help support the channel is my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. Definitely check it out. She has a crypto section, pet section, all kinds of different stuff. You can put anything you want on any of this stuff, guys. If you have any questions, just email her in the contact up here. Ethereum. So this is what I was talking about. We had talked about this becoming resistance, and if we broke above it, got support, which we did. And this chart is super old, guys. I still think we're going down to at least that 850 range. But anyways, you can see there is some major hidden bearish divergence here. We are in a downtrend. Hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend. The trend is down, so you got lower highs in the price, higher highs in the RSI, hidden bearish, and it did get up to here. If you watch my prior videos, said if we did get support on here, we'd be coming back up to test the 32.25 level, which we did. Bam. And probably gonna head back down, test this again, may bounce around in here, make it a range for a while before continuing down. Could take some time. Litecoin, we are getting rejected right now on the 55 EMA on the daily. And as you can see, higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action, hidden bearish divergence. XRP almost to its resistance up here at the 84.5 level. I do think if it gets up there, it will get a major rejection. You guys know my thoughts on XRP. Same thing here, hidden bearish divergence. Higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. Have a great day, guys. I will be back to making videos, trying to get set up where I get them in the morning. So make sure your notifications are ticked. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Take it easy, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in.